Hi, everybody. Welcome. It is Monday night. It's 7 o'clock, and it's time for the Nova Food and Beverage Show. We have a special guest tonight. His name is Ray Madona. He plays with some bands around the area, and we're going to be talking about entertainment as far as food and beverage is concerned. So please don't hurry. Don't wait. Here it comes.
Saying that it feels right.
Hey, everybody, how are you doing? It's time for the Nova Food and Beverage Show. Tonight, our good man, superstar Billy Riley, won't be on with us. So maybe Lisa and I might get a word in edgewise during the show tonight. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen, my favorite person, one of my favorite people, Miss Lisa Marie. Lisa, what's up, girl?
Hey, how are you doing, Lee?
I'm so happy to be here with you tonight and not having to. No, I'm kidding. We're going to
Not having to have Billy.
Billy is. He knows the system. He knows everything going on as far as food and beverage is concerned.
Yeah.
In all of the world. So he's the ultimate guy. Yeah. But tonight, because he's not on, we're not going to talk food and beverage. We're going to talk entertainment. And of course, Lisa Marie is a top-notch spokesmodel, and she's also our entertainment guru. I'm a little bit on the inside of entertainment as well, but we have a special guest courtesy of Lisa. And this guy has been around rocking this area for many, many years with several different bands. He's an all-around musician, guitar, drums, everything he can do. Lisa, why don't you introduce our guest?
How about Ray Madona?
It works. Ray Madona.
Hello.
How are you, man? How long have you been playing gigs in Northern Virginia, buddy?
I have, since I think the first little hut that I played in around here was probably 1986, 85, 86, around that time. A long time, man. I don't mean to date myself like that.
Well, you didn't. Hey, 86. You didn't say that you were only 13, or 12 or 10 or whatever it was. 16. So, well, you and I we're the same. So, I mean, we're right in that same genre, same age group. So, you ever do a Ram Jam? Do you ever go to the Ram Jam in Robinson High School? Or what local area are you from?
No, I'm from Manassas.
Manassas, okay. Okay. Well, I went to Robinson, and I will tell you that the Ram Jam was a huge, big deal for at least Northern Virginia. I know we had bands from Manassas and stuff as well. Yeah, that was a great time, and some of the big bands, some bands that still are rolling around. One of my best friends, actually, his name is Jeff Foltz, and I don't know if you know Jeff, but he plays with Old School. He's a drummer for Old School, the band, and and they're out of. He doesn't live there; he lives in Stafford, but they're out of over Colonial Beach area, but they play up here quite a bit, a couple of different places. I understand you're going to be playing somewhere this weekend. Why don't you tell us about that?
So we're on Saturday night. My band, The Revival, is going to be playing a very wonderful club down on the Occoquan on the waterfront. It's called the Electric Palm, and it's right down there by where Old Bridge hits Route 1.
Absolutely.
And you're right there on the water. It's called the Electric Palm. And food and beverage wise, I will definitely recommend their food. Yeah, their beverages. Drink lots of beer. But they're a wonderful, wonderful place. It's probably, I'd say, in our top 3 favorite places to play. It's a good crowd all the time. Obviously, it is going to be 50% capacity.
Yeah.
Because of the COVID.
You can sit out in the parking lot and listen to you guys, though.
But I was going to say, so where the stage is, you have the inside, and then you have the back deck, which is open air, so everything's there, and then the parking lot's right there. People down on their boats on the harbor, and the people, they're partying on their boats, they're partying on the deck, they're partying in. So we have no choice but to practice social distancing and all of that. So, it's 2020, so what do you expect? So that's what we get. And we do, but it's still a great party. It's still a lot of people. It's still a really good time. Yeah.
Well, like I told you, my buddy's band plays there, actually. And I know why it's one of your favorites, because it's an easy load in and load out.
It's
all on the same level. You back the truck up. It's right next to the stage.
That's it. Open the door, put your stuff on the stage, go get more.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So, that's always the biggest part in the band, right? Is the, you got some clubs that you have to climb up 2 levels of stairs to get up to where the stage is. The 930 Club, for instance, that's kind of a little bit of a hike to get up. It's not too bad, though. But yeah, I've been with a couple of different bands and helped them load in and load out several different areas that were not fun to load in and load out from.
The only time I've ever played the 930 Club, which was a couple times, and it was the original 930, the bands I was in had roadies, so I didn't touch it.
There you go.
That's the way to do it. Yeah.
That's the best way to load in and load out.
Now, I don't choose to. Well, sometimes I have no choice, but if it were me, I don't choose places that have. I've got a fake leg, you see. So
yes.
I'm not walking far distances to load drums and amps and subwoofers and all of that. I like, exactly like you said with the Electric Palm. I like to take it out, walk it in, sit it on the stage, and then go out and get more. And that's about as much as I can tolerate with that. You never go without having to play the places that have a hard load in. And there's some places that, you're talking about like a quarter-mile walk from where you put the stuff up to the stage.
Right. And that happens. We know that happens. And I guess that if they had to do that, you'd probably you say, I'm playing guitar on this one then.
Right.
I don't have to bring all my drums.
That's what I like about the One Trick Pony. That's my other band, is One Trick Pony. And One Trick, I play half of the set on guitar and half of the set on the drums. But I'm kind of double screwed on that because I have to bring the guitar and the drums and all that.
You're the one that has to bring the drums.
That's it. Well, we have a good support system. So, Mark is my singer, and he also plays drums. In fact, we normally use his drums. So we've got a good support system. We've got friends that help, and, we make it a thing because we usually run sound for our shows. So we're bringing all the PA system, the board, the snake, the whole nine. We make it happen. And Mike is he's my singer, gets to work when he's singing and playing on the drums, but his work starts well before that because it's his PA. So we all pitch in, but he's a hard working man. That guy gets everything set up and looking good and sounding good before we even, before half of us get there, actually.
What's so you said that one of the favorite places is the Electric Palm. What are a couple other of your favorite places to do gigs?
I like the breweries. You've got Farm Brew Live. Now you've got, people get confused with that one because you've got Farm Brew Live, you've got Two Silos, right? So Two Silos is over on the Manassas side of things, and it's I think it's Farm Brew something or whatever. But the Farm Brew Live I'm talking about is the one off of Route 55 in Haymarket. Okay. Absolutely phenomenal people, phenomenal beer, phenomenal food, phenomenal time, and they really just make life easy for the band as far as space to play in, catering to whatever we might need electric wise, you know, and it's just a really fun place once the people start packing in there.
Right.
So that is another place that we love. Eclipse in Gainesville, that's another one. Club Eclipse, that's a great place and wonderful stage. Probably the best acoustics in Northern Virginia. It's the new Zax.
It's the new Zax.
In
Is
fact,
Jay owns it?
well, no.
Oh, okay.
God knows what he's doing, but you know, God bless him wherever he is.
Yeah.
But what I mean by that is the stage setting, the size of the stage, the acoustics in there, the acts that they bring in, and actually the sound guy that runs sound at Eclipse is Bill, and Bill was the long braided, dark-haired sound man at Zax for a long time. He did at the Bayou as well. The Bayou used to be my favorite place to play. The Bayou and Jack's. But things have changed. So now you've got Eclipse, you've got the Electric Palm, you've got Madigan's, you've got the Harbor Grilled. All of those are down on the water in Occoquan and Woodbridge. And then you've got, and I don't know what they're doing yet, but you have the bowling alley here in Manassas Mall, Uptown Alley. And that's a phenomenal stage and incredible acoustics. It's a great place.
They got bowling while they have the bands playing.
But I don't know what they're doing right now. I mean, we were supposed to play. That's the thing about this COVID is that, you know, right now for August, the only show that we have is the Electric Palm. We had a couple other ones lined up. If you were talking about March and April, we had shows lined up for August and September. Sure. But now those have been cut in half. So we've got the Electric Palm. We're waiting for Bungalows. Bungalows, I'd have to ask Mike what they're changing. Oh, Crossroads. I think they're changing the name to Crossroads. So that's up in Chantilly, right over off of Metro Tech Drive. Yeah. It's called Bungalows. That's a phenomenal place too. Cool little stage, great little sound. Awesome, it's same thing. Awesome food and beverage, you know. So it all ties right in, you know. I like playing places that have good food and beverage. I was a cook for almost 20 years, so
okay, all right.
I appreciate good food.
That's how you became a drummer on the Pots and Pans, right?
That's actually very true. That's not far from the exact truth, to tell you. On New Year's Eve, I was beating pots and pans when I was a kid with wooden spoons.
Very nice, very nice. Lisa, what do you want to ask something?
Well, I wanted him to tell us about his other band members, who they are, and how he knows them, and how long they've been together, and things like that.
Do you want me to answer all of those things like that?
Every last one of them.
Just every last one of them. No, just talk.
About who the guys and gals are in your band.
Yeah, who are the guys in your band, and
you know what are they?
So with the Revival. I mean, I'll make this show. You got an hour to kill anyway, so I'm going to make the long story even longer. The One Trick Pony started as myself and my buddy Eddie and my bass player Fred and incredible chicken picking guitar player Ben McCroskey and Mike Costanzo. And then, you know, things happened. We had a great thing going on, playing a lot of good shows, playing a lot of good stuff, a lot of great music. Like I said, I like it because I was playing half the set with guitar, you know, playing a bunch of old Hank Williams Jr., a bunch of Charlie Daniels and Waylon. I mean, we really get down. But then that band kind of just, I don't want to say fizzled out, but for these purposes, we'll say fizzled out. And then Mike left, and Mike created the Revival. So the Revival became, I don't want to call it an offshoot because the other guys in the band aren't from there. But once I joined the Revival, it was kind of like half of One Trick Pony was in Revival. Different kind of stuff. Not so much country, not so much Southern rock. We do a lot more Creedence Clearwater Revival, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, even some more modern stuff like Bush, and that kind of a thing. So it was two separate styles of music. Yeah. And Mike went and created the Revival, and then probably a year or two after that was created, I ended up joining. And that's so Mike is the drummer singer of Revival, and then Owen, who's our incredible bass player, and Barry, who's our just most wonderful guitar player. And so that's what it was. And I joined into that, which gave Mike the chance to get out from behind the drums and get up front and sing and be a front man. And what's up, Jason Scott Watson? How are you? And so that's how that happened. And that was it was a transition, but now One Trick Pony kind of came back. And we've gotten together again, and we got together with Mike last weekend. We played a great show. It was a big house party.
Yeah.
With social distance. I was there. It was great. It was awesome. You guys sounded great.
It was a good time over there on the deck. We do it on the deck, and but that gave my bass player in Revival, Owen, he had some surgery done not long ago, so he's still recovering. So he wasn't able to do the show. So One Trick Pony ended up doing the back deck party, and it was great. I mean, it was a fun time, but really getting back together with those guys, it's been a minute. We haven't played together in almost probably close to 4 years, about 3.5, 4 years. And so that felt real good. So that's the guys. It's Eddie and Fred and Ben, myself and Mike in one band, and then Owen and Barry, myself and Mike in the other. Bang, bang.
Bang, 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 bang. Listen, let me ask you something about One Trick Pony. You ever have any run-ins with the band Trick Pony?
I mean, honestly, I've heard of that, and I've also heard of another band out of Tennessee that was called One Trick Pony. So I've heard that I've heard that there was another One Trick Pony. And of course, I try and do my due diligence before naming my band or whatever. And I didn't see any Facebook pages. I didn't see any this, any that. And I just went with it, I mean, we're a cover band. We do it to get out and play for the fans and, give them a show that they're going to enjoy with music that they're going to enjoy. So if anybody wanted to, pull the legal thing and say, oh, no, you can't use that name, I'm suing you. I mean, okay, dude, we'll change the name.
Pony is a very popular phrase, so I don't see how anybody can copyright that. Whoever came up with the phrase might be able to come out of the woodwork and say something, but if they ever copyrighted it. But Trick Pony, they actually had a little claim to fame for a little while there with their little band. I have a buddy who's an absolute phenomenal friend and fan of Trick Pony. So of course it doesn't hurt when the lead singer's very beautiful girl. So that helps a lot with their fan base.
I wonder why they kept the one out of it, though.
I don't know. Maybe this One Trick Pony that's in Tennessee has been there longer than they were in there. But they were there. They've been there for a while.
Maybe they got more than one trick.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, they did a good job. They were pretty good country, of course. They were a country band, but they were more of a rock country band. They played a little bit more heavier rock country. Not southern rock though. They're definitely country, but they're a good band. I have enjoyed. Poor Me was one of their songs, and they had a couple other good ones that were chart toppers. But I don't know if any of them got to the top or not. But they did pretty well. Anyway, back to you guys. Sorry, I just was thinking about that.
No worries, man. You got an hour to kill, dude. Talk.
I want to know.
So Ray, you got your own studio set up there, and you've been working in that, and you've been doing some of your own stuff too, which I've heard some of it sounded really good.
Thank you. It's a work in progress, and it's always a work in progress. I mess around down here with the studio with my own stuff. Some of it, that song that you're talking about, that really ended up just becoming kind of a good cross between like a Bon Jovi, Poison-ish type 80s vibe with
it was really good.
Like a Soul Asylum, early 90s grunge kind of vocals, and that really worked for me. But every time I sit down in the studio, I change. I add something to the song. Like I'll listen to it in the car and I'll hear something in my head that isn't there. So I'll go right back to the studio and I'll sit there and I'll grab my guitar, do whatever and add to it. But the fun thing about being in the studio and having it in my basement is that I mean, I'm a metalhead too. So I love my Pantera. I love Meshuggah. I love Sepultura. I mean, I love my metal. So I write a lot of stuff that I like haven't put out yet because I'm putting finishing touches on it or myself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a lot of the stuff that I'm going to end up putting out is a hell of a lot heavier than anything that I've ever put out. And definitely heavier than anything either one of my bands plays. My guitarist in the Revival used to play in a prog metal band. So he knows kind of where I'm at. I guess Owen too. I guess everybody kind of was there at one point playing metal.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't lost it. I still, you know, if I had my hair, I'd be flipping it around.
I was just gonna, you beat me to the punch, Ray. I was gonna say, you don't really have the hair for all that metal stuff.
Not anymore, but I did. So.
You should have seen what his hair looked like when it was long as mine, you know? It was cute.
Yeah, it was that. It's there in spirit. So, you know, when I'm sitting there rocking out, I'll still spin it around, but not there anymore. So.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But yeah, so it's fun to have a studio because I can take my thoughts and put them right there on the tracks, and then I can put out what I want to put out. And if I like it, then I'll put it on SoundCloud or do whatever. If I don't like it, I'll hit the trash can button and I'll be done with it. So,
well, let's listen to a little bit of your latest song. What's the title of this song that you sent me?
That's called Everything.
Everything. So if you don't mind, I'm going to play a little bit of it, and we'll see if
Facebook
tries to say, that's copyrighted material. I have the writer's permission, you stink rags. Anyway,
actually, by putting it on here and recording it, that's going to copyright everything for me anyway. So bang,
there
bang.
you go. Gotcha.
There you go.
All right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a little break as we listen to some music here. All right, while we're sitting around, here we go.
By the edge of the road, brushing back your long dark hair. The moments with you meant everything to me, like we didn't even have a care. In the world, and I know I'll see you again sooner than later. What are you doing right now? Are you thinking of me like I'm thinking about you? Could it love somehow? By the look in your eyes, it told me everything. You didn't have to say a word. The way you looked at me told me everything. Thinking about the other night in your arms and how you didn't want to let me go. Driving and I couldn't get you off of my mind, so I wrote this song to let you know you're my world, and I know I'll see you again sooner than later. What are you doing right now? Are you thinking of me like I'm thinking about you? Could it love somehow? By the look in your eyes, it told me everything. Didn't have
That's good, Ray. I dig that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something. So you hear like that last like 8
Yeah.
bars?
Oh yeah. The last 8 bars.
8 bars? Yeah. I sent you the wrong one, man. There's a guitar solo in there. I told you. Every time I come down here, I think of something new, and then I come down here and I put it down. So there's actually that's cool because everybody just got a preview of what it sounded like before it was almost finished. But it's never finished. And, I mean, ask any musician. You give them a studio, nothing's ever finished. It'll be finished when I send it to hi, Michaela. Oh, my Lord. So Michaela works Shining Soul Candle Company, guys. I'm going to bring that up now. I'm just going to kind of segue right into Shining Soul Candle Company. All natural, 100% all natural soy wood wick candles. One of my very, very oldest and best friends, Pete Evick, owns it, along with another very old friend of mine, Darren, and another friend of mine that I've known for some time, was Sarah. And we just opened up our new location in Myrtle Beach. And our main location, for up here is in Manassas, Old Town Manassas, Virginia. It's called Shining Soul Candle Company. You will not find candles better than these candles. And I don't just say there because I work there. But that's where Michaela that just popped up is, and she works there. We've got a really good crew of people that work there. It is absolutely a rock and roll candle shop. You go in, and anybody that you meet that works there is just super, super laid back and down to earth. We're always happy to, explain the scents, show you scents, take it, it requests for scents sometimes. And
Do they have a website?
Huh?
And then do they have a website?
Yeah. So it's www.shiningsoul.com. And as soul as in SOL.
Shiningsoul.com.
Did you really, dude?
I don't know. I just saw that when he wrote that. I'm like,
Jason, because he's been around for a long time. This guy here, Jason, he's been for a very long time.
Yeah.
And knows all those guys too. So, yeah, I mean, there's history here. And, a lot of people go back in that history. And Shining Soul's been around. I mean, heck, I started working there after I got my surgery and got my leg. My mom hates when I say chopped off. When I got my leg
very delicately removed,
but I got it cut off, and then I started working. With Pete. I mean, he's just a super old friend of mine and very, very supportive. And then asked me if I want to start working at the warehouse, so I did. And then that went to working in the shop and actually doing it. But like all these people, everything history of Manassas wise, from rock and roll all the way to candles, is just, it goes way back.
Now, what's the name of that website again?
ShiningsOul.com. Yeah. So it's SHINING, ShiningsOL.com.
Yeah. Can we put that up there for a second, Lee?
SOL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not SOUL.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm putting it up, Lisa. I just wanted to make sure I had the right
spelling.
And I didn't because I put in Shining Soul. Here it is. There we go. All right. So
there it is. Look at that.
There it is.
All right. Good.
ShiningsOul.com. So again, I mean, we've got the run. You've got the what will I call them? Staple scents, like your cinnamons and stuff like that. But Pete and Darren and Sarah, they go out of bounds with some of their scents. They just did one based on Mountain Dew. And of course they called it something, the Dew, I think, or something like that. But they had to change that or whatever. It was Mountain Dew. Oh, we're trying. So they changed it. Now it's called All Jacked Up, but it smells just like Mountain Dew. I mean, it's amazing. So they go out of bounds with what they do as far as scents. And no matter what the scent is, you can find, or no matter what scent you love, you can find one there that's going to fit. And they're all 100% all natural soy, made here in the United States soy. Yeah. So you're not getting seeds from China. Oh,
China. Hey, let me ask you this, Ray. How does someone get in touch with you if they're interested in your music and they're interested in maybe booking one of the bands you're in, or for a birthday party or a party hardy or a house party or a deck party or whatever? How do they get in touch with you, buddy?
The best way to get in touch with me is through email, and my email is ray.madonna@gmail.com, and that's Madonna with 2 N's.
I know. I think Lisa. But we won't say anything about that.
You got it wrong. I didn't.
I'm sure I did. All right.
Yeah.
I'll take the blame. There it is. All right. There you go. So if you need to get in touch with Ray.
And then, of course, on Facebook, I'm friends of friends are always welcome to hop on there. But it's just, there's only 2 Ray Madonnas. The other one's a colonel in the Marine Corps retired. And that's not me. So it's easy to find me because I got the baby Yoda playing the drums. I think I'm the only person in the world with that picture. So
yeah, I was thinking that too. It's kind of different.
Yeah, I saw that. That was kind of cool. I like that a lot.
That one is that's me. So anybody, usually I'm kind of private. So if I get a bunch of friend requests and I see that there's only like 1 or 0 mutual friends, I usually don't accept it. But the thing about that is
anyway,
people can hit me on Messenger, whether they're my friends or not. They can always hit me. And if I, if it's something stupid, I'm not going to respond. But if it's something legit, then I'll respond to you. And if I like you, I'll let you be my friend.
Yeah. Well, you wanted to be, I'll let you be my friend. So there you go. Hey, Ray.
You're already stuck with me, dude.
Yeah, you guys are stuck now.
That's right. We are stuck. That's cool. We're going to hang out. I'm serious. I'm going to come by and check out the group. I can't do anything right now because I'm one of those at-riskers. I had a double lung transplant a year ago.
Oh. Well, God bless you, dude.
Oh, I'm doing great. It's not a problem. I need to lose some. I lost a whole bunch of weight to do it, and then I've gained back, so I need to get rid of that. But so I wanted to know, get us a little bit of history on you, Ray, you mentioned talking about playing for other bands where you had roadies and things like that. Can you tell us a little bit about give us a little bit of your resume as far as when you were playing with bands as opposed to building bands?
Well, lucky for me, I've been able to travel to different places in the United States and play music. I actually got up and played drums for a band when I was in Europe. I was in Serbia and got up. There was a wedding band and they were from America. So like all the songs they were playing, I totally knew. And I was sitting there rocking out in the thing. He was like, "Hey man, you want to play?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I know, jump up there." And then I played some stuff. So that was my only international thing. But like back in the day, I started with a prog metal band. Well, actually, I started with Pete. So my first guitarist was that guy that owns Shining Soul. It's Pete Evick. So he was my first guitarist. We had a phenomenal thing going on back then. It was all the Poison, Bon Jovi, Cinderella, Keel, Motley Crue.
Yeah.
If it was hair metal, then we were playing it. And that's how I met him, and that's how I became great friends with him. And my singer, Tom Bolton. And that was the established band. But, Pete will always blame it on Los Angeles. I'm going to blame it on Los Angeles, too, because Pete's absolutely right. I went to a music school in Los Angeles, and I was there for a while. But I ended up coming back because of a girl.
How many songs have you written about that?
Dumbest thing I've ever done, man. Definitely in the top 5 dumbest things I've ever done. And I gave up all of that to come back because she missed me. And she's going to cheat on me if I don't come back. So he completely, the demise of Amethyst was the name of the band back then. And it was that. Now, who knows what would have happened if I didn't go there and stayed. I might be touring with Brett Michael. Well, actually, he's not touring right now anyway, unfortunately. But a lot of great things happened, and I went my other way, and that became another band called Valhalla. That's where the prog metal came in. We were playing a lot of heavier stuff and whatnot, and that was the singer from Amethyst Tom came to Valhalla, was the name of that band. That's when we were playing the Bayou and Zach, and then Zach.
I remember.
Jax. Yep. That's the whole Jay Nedry era. That's when all of that was happening, was Valhalla.
That's cool.
That happened for a long time. And then after that, it just kind of fizzled out and people moved to different states and things happened and whatnot. I ended up joining in the early 90s a band called Murder Inc. Now, Murder Inc. they had been around for a long time, but that was an underground metal band from DC. This is where the 930 Club came in. This is where we had the roadies, and then playing the 930 Club and Capitol Ballroom and the Black Cat. It was insane. Some of the
I don't think I ever saw you guys, but I saw the name of the band many times. So
yeah, been around for a long time, and the mutual friend of Lisa and I's, Rick, he remembers them very well. He knew them before I knew them, and he knew Joyce, and my singer was like Janis Joplin on Gasoline. It was this chick named Joyce. This is that, I mean, we got down. And then
you said that sounded more like Bob Dylan to me, dude.
Well, there we go. Well, Bob Dylan on Kerosene. Except it was a chick.
Yeah.
But so that went for a while and had a great time playing the DC underground clubs. Black Cat was a great place to play. 930, obviously, and the original 930. Still the Bayou, some other clubs here and there, Jax. And then when that fizzled out, I moved to Sacramento, California, and became a member. Met some great musicians out there. My buddy John Rodriguez, he and I hooked up right off the bat. He played guitar for me, and then Guy Jones. We ended up putting a band together called Soul Taco, and that Soul Taco is exactly what it sounds like. It's a bit of everything. We had a conga player, we had timbali and block player, we had me on drums, we had two guitarists, we had a bassist, we had chicks on each side of the stage dancing for a little while. It was like a 12-person band, and then went down to like a 9-member band, and then it went back up to 12. So that was a great thing, and we did quite a bit in the Northern California area. We even jumped down to Rodeo Drive and did a little bit of stuff down there with a different band, but musicians, John and I, and so that just became, and that's not me. It was me for that 12 years I was there. But when I mean it's not me, it's like that's their territory. They're from there. I'm not. I'm from Manassas, Virginia. So here I am, this little Manassasite, and I'm in this place called Sacramento, California. But I made it my own, man. And so that was a really good thing. We were kind of like a cross between Social Distortion and the Chili Peppers with a little bit of Santana mixed in.
Nice.
Grind.
You had a hell of a guitarist then, huh?
Both of them were. Yeah, John was a really good, he's got those Latin chops. And then Guy Jones also played. But then that morphed into another band. Soul Taco stayed the same, but the members changed. And I ended up getting my bass player, Angelo, who's just phenomenal and still a dear friend of mine. And then Billy Rainey. And Billy Rainey tours around and plays with Frank Hannon to this day. Frank Hannon and Tesla, they used to practice right down the street from us. It's all the same. In Sacramento, you're in Sacramento. Every band that's from there, it's like right there. Cake is from there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right there. So it's not like we hung out and drank beer all the time, but met the guys from Tesla and all that. But so Frank Hannon's Frank Hannon. I mean, who can say anything bad about that? So that's who Billy Rainey plays with. And Billy Rainey ended up being my guitarist. So it was Angelo, myself, and Guy Jones is still singing. And so Soul Taco did the same kind of thing. It just morphed into something different. And we did a full-length album. You can get a Soul Taco. And And that's amen, brother. Amen, Jason.
I think you're talking about Rick. I think you're talking
No,
about.
no, I'm seeing the comments down there, my friends.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you've seen them. Okay, yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's great, dude. I think it's awesome that people are watching and saw the link, and
Yeah.
I'm seeing some people I haven't seen in a long time. So that's
Jason said he said I thought you just played the bongos.
Oh, hell no, man.
Although he is good on the bongos.
I just never got to do it. You never really saw me play the drums.
And then Paige he could literally play anything.
Yeah, I was put in the background playing on the congas.
So Jason says he'll sing Country Roads with you.
Dude, that guy, that's some of the bands. In fact, I think he's still got his band together. But that guy plays some sick freaking metal.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to have him on our show sometime too.
Yeah.
Well, we could bring him on now if you guys want to bring him on.
If he wants to come on, yeah, you can ask him.
He says he does, so let's go ahead and see. There he is. All right. Well, Jason, put up or shut up. It's all I can do. If you want to come on, I just sent you the link, bro. So that'd be great. And we can have a little old home week here a little bit with the guys talking to you. I'm your friend too, man.
I don't know how he keeps his hair, dude. I mean, that was gone for me a long time ago. This dude keeps his hair, and it's his locks just like they were years ago.
You remember? Did you ever see the back doors? I mean, they were pretty doing door stuff. They came in and played it at Zach's one time, or at the Copa. I don't even remember who I worked for at the time. But I know that guy he thought he was Jim Morrison, man. I swear to God, the guy was a nut job. He walked in there like he owned the place, and his hair looked like yours and mine, but he put on that Morrison wig. And he said I used to have the hair, but people just said I looked too much like Jim Morrison. They thought I was him, and I'm like, dude, you don't look anything like Jim Morrison to me. But whatever.
I remember the name, but I just never saw them. That from back then, the back doors.
Well, okay. So Jason's just saying that you don't let me sit in. Yeah, come on now, bro. We're all waiting for you.
Waiting on, I sent you the link, man.
I sent you the link. Come on, bro. Anyway, so that's cool though. All the different bands you played with, I mean, that's something that a lot of people wish they'd had the ability to do. I have a very close friend, actually, who is now playing, and he's playing with country bands and stuff, but he's a fill-in bass player, and he used to be a Prince William County police officer. His name is Jason, also. But he just goes around. He lives in Nashville now. He got fed up with PWC. He got fed up with Prince William County Police.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, and he got fed up with it and said, "Screw this! I'm going to go after my dream of playing music." And so he's latched on to lots of different bands that have him play with them. A lot of the smaller bands, but they have followings and they do well and they get paid well, but they're not like on the charts or anything. But he plays with 2 or 3 of them, and he's always somewhere. He's in Wyoming one day, and next day he's in California. And anyway, he's having a ball, though. He's having a blast, and that's got to be something. If you want to do that,
that's the way. That's the way, because I mean, there's music that you play for fun, and we get paid a little bit of money to do it, so that's cool. A couple extra dockets in the pocket, that's good. But we do it for the fun and the love of music and all that. And then you have the musicians that do hit that other level and get signed, or they end up playing, with already signed bands or just whatever. They make it big. And there's, quite a few bands out of this area that have done very well. And then there's individuals and, people like Shannon Larkin. He played for a band called Rapchild. He used to play Jackson, the Bayou, and all that all the time. Rapchild America.
Sure.
And now he plays drums for Godsmack. So, I mean, you never know where you're going to go if you put the hard work in. But you know what? I've never been signed. I've never gotten taken to that level, and I'm happy with that because I got a great kid, I got a great life, and I still play music. So
there you go.
Amen.
Yeah, and I enjoy coming out watching your band. You know, it's always a good time.
I enjoy you coming out and watching my band.
Yeah, it was fabulous, you know, and you got some great friends, and I met some nice people there, and the music was great, and it's a lot of fun.
Amen.
Yeah.
All right, I'm still trying to get make sure that Jason gets the right link.
Well, so, if we don't get him this time, we can get him on next time.
Absolutely, we'll have him come on another time. We're getting the old home week. We have a bunch of the different guys.
It was kind of nice. We usually talk about restaurants and things like that. So entertainment was kind of good.
Is a huge part of how people make money in the restaurant business is the bands are the ones that attract the clientele.
Yes.
And especially, and that's why one of the things I wanted to talk about, the fact that this is really a time now for, especially the breweries, because I was at Falls Church Brewery Distillery the other day, and the distilleries, and they had a band up in there. You know, they have a garage door, and the band was up, and everybody was outside, seated, where it was safe, you know, and the band was rocking out, and everybody's having a good old time. So,
what was the name of it?
I don't know, buddy. Sorry. I didn't check that out. But,
was it Henri?
They were singing a lot of. They had some girls singing Stevie Nicks kind of, and they were playing. What was the name of the band? Is what you're asking me?
No. What was the name of the brewery?
Oh, it was a distillery. It was the Falls Church Distillery.
Oh, okay.
Do you know where that is?
I do.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about a brewery, and they called Henri though. Henri Brewery. That's
brewery. Yeah.
Randy used to own Hardtime Brewery in Woodbridge, and now he actually has Henri Brewery out that way in Falls Church, Arlington, wherever it is. And then now just opened one here in off Wellington Drive in Manassas.
You just opened an Henri down there?
Yeah.
Oh, because he used to have one in Woodbridge. I mean, he had the Chili Bowl, whatever, and then he changed it to Henri. And I was there when he did all that, and then now it went away. I didn't know what had happened, but obviously he moved up to Fairfax. So anyway, look who's here.
Hey,
look who it is.
The first question we have.
He does have hair, dude. He hasn't lost any hair. You haven't lost a bit of your hair, dude.
I'm sorry. It kind of looks like I'm losing my hair on here, though.
Maybe just a little bit jealous, man. I lost all mine. I could use half of your hair. At least look like that hair.
It's all right.
What was that?
I got my studio down here too. See?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool.
There you go. That's the best way to do it, man.
It is. It is. We've been doing a little bit of work.
That's awesome. So, Jason, do you play the drums and everything else also?
Yeah, I kind of have to. It's like I've been learning for years. And if I didn't have anybody to play with, I could do it all myself.
There you go. That works. That works big time. So Ray and Jason, have you guys ever played together?
We haven't. We just seen each other at his when he played, and then places where I've played, and then just a bunch of mutual friends, and just ran into each other at different places at venues. Some are still open, some are not.
We're gonna run into each other again, man.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna play with you.
It's been a long time, dude.
It has. Like,
look,
what was it? Interview with a Vampire, where Lestat got killed by the little girl, and they threw him in the pond. And then they came home and found him playing piano, pulling the shit out, going, "You've been a very bad little girl." Remember that? I'm going to Lestat. That's right. But yeah, I want to get together and play with you guys sometime. Bury all the bullshit, because I'm certainly coming back.
Amen.
Yeah, Marshall's 11 years old now. He can come too. He's mowing the yard.
Jesus Christ, dude.
That's right. He's
going like this. He's 11.
Yeah, he's 11 years old.
Yep,
he's mowing the yard. He's mowing the yard and cleaning all my guns.
Mine's already 8, dude. I can't believe they grow that quick.
Oh, yeah.
I was just watching. Hey, Lisa.
What's that?
Jason just said hi.
Oh, hi, Jason.
So
So
where are you playing next weekend? You playing somewhere next weekend, Ray?
We're playing
Saturday.
Saturday at the down in Woodbridge at the Electric Palm.
Or at the Electric Palm. Look, is there a song to play with you?
I don't know. Ask Mike. That's not my band. I don't run that one.
I'm asking you. I'm coming to see you and Mike, and we're all gonna play. Look, I'm serious. I'm not being mean. It's like we're gonna come play and have a good time.
I wish I meant to say this earlier, and I don't know the guy's name, but Owen, our bass player, isn't going to be able to play with us, and Mike got another bass player to fill in, and I meant to call Mike and find out that guy's name, but I just wanted to give best wishes to my bass player for his quick healing and get back with us. But I wanted to thank whoever the hell it is that's playing bass for us on Saturday night for filling in and doing a good job, and hopefully doing a good job. I heard he's good.
I'll do a good job. I will bring my slide guitar and I will bake y'all's asses for you.
I know, man. You a Tennessee man. You play that slide guitar.
I'm a Louisiana man.
Oh, my phone locked up. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Louisiana. She had to go do something.
Louisiana, that's it, man.
Hey, Jason? I have a cousin who's been in the business for years. He's a sound man. He was a tour manager, and he's actually a tour manager for Baton Rouge. You ever heard of Baton Rouge?
Hell yeah.
I've heard that. Yeah, I used to. I was NBC affiliate Tiger Radio. I was a radio personality in Baton Rouge.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, radio.
Band was
Baton Rouge was 101.7 the Tiger. Yep.
Yeah, and his name was they called him Texas Bill. His name is Bill Teague, and but yeah, he was their road manager. And they came up here and played at what's the name of the place right out on the water in DC. Crap. No, you played there before.
Southwest.
Yes.
Southeast DC.
Southwest.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Right on the waterfront.
No, not on the waterfront. I'm sorry. This was a while ago. This is when Baton Rouge was still jamming. They broke up many years ago.
Do you remember?
I've been here for 20 years.
Yeah. But they were like not 930 Club, but you mentioned the other band, other club you used to love to play at, Ray.
Capital Ballroom?
In Northwest. It was in Northwest, actually, right off the M Street.
930, there was Capital Ballroom, there was the Asylum, there was the Black Cat.
Yeah, this was down, if you come down M Street and turn right on Wisconsin and go down to the water down there.
The Bayou.
The Bayou, that was it. Yeah, they played at the Bayou. Of course they played at the Bayou. They're from New Orleans.
Absolutely.
But they jammed
in. Tip and Tina's. We did a lot of I grew up playing at the 544 Club off of Bourbon Street.
Oh, yeah?
The Gary Brown Band. Yeah, Gary Brown Band. I was a horn player and a guitar player when I got about 12 years old. And, started looking at girls, started picked up a guitar.
Right.
So
sorry, Lisa.
I thought you forgot about me. You left me in a closet. I got to time out or something.
No, you dropped it. Well, that's cool. I hear the birds chippering at us, so that means it's almost getting down to time. But no, that was a great band to see. I went to see them play at the Bayou, and it was just they had a great show. They were really a really good band. But
you remember their number one song, their greatest hit ever, "Walk Like a Woman."
Yeah, "Walk Like a Woman." Yes, sir. I do. I do. In fact,
you guys are 20 years older than me, man.
Walk like a woman. Yeah. No, he great because actually, Bill said that they broke up because the band members all started fighting, and that's how that's the end of every band. So, but when the band members can't get along, everyone wants to be in front, up in front. You guys, okay? So Jason and Ray, let's sing a song, "Country Roads," right? Ray, Jason.
I don't even know it. Pick up my guitar.
All right, Ray, we're gonna get together. We're gonna learn those songs. I am not joshing you. I'm not kidding you, dude.
So what songs do you guys play first now?
Like I said, man, I know you like metal. I love throwing down some metal. So
I'll play bluegrass and slide blues. I'll sing Jesus songs with you. I'll sing
That's what we call well-versed right there.
Fucking Slipknot. We can jump around. We can jump around. You can jump around, right? We can jump around, play Slipknot, sweat, grit our teeth, roll our eyes back in our head, just have, you know what I'm saying?
Have a great time rocking and rolling.
Yeah, rock and roll. But yeah, let all these people know I'm coming back, right? I'm gonna see you guys midwinter.
Midwinter?
They are?
No, I mean my group of guys anyway. We're gonna come play your scene out there, that 20-minute radius of Manassas.
Oh yeah, exactly, from here to here.
I'll bring you guys out to here. I'll bring you guys out to Baltimore with me, maybe even New York. We can go see some friends of mine in New York. Play the real deal. We just gotta learn to play it right. We gotta have patience and learn the songs right. We can't fight.
Much better scenes up there than down here, man.
Hey, if you guys and Jason's on the right mark, because if you guys get together and you guys work something out, bands love to take a break. So you guys can just go up on stage and let the band chill out. You guys can jam a couple songs out. That's all.
We'll see all the guys in the band are bigger than me, though. So there's this rule, though: if we fuck up, we get to punch each other in the mouth. That's why we got. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? We're punched in the mouth a lot. But you know what? We tend to get our shit together when you got the pain going on. That's what happens with good rock and roll. It's all about overcoming the odds.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
So what'd you do, dude? Did you move up towards Baltimore?
No. I'm actually out at Lake Monticello. It's a community outside of Charlottesville. It's a gated lake community. Got a PGA golf course and stuff. And Marshall's going to school with all Christians, and we're just having a good time. Get home, go to the beach. You know.
That's
gumbo. We like lots of gumbo and crawfish etouffee, saxophone. Pretty girls. Lots of pretty girls. Marshall's singing too.
Lots of pretty girls down there.
Yeah.
That's a great place to live, dude. I didn't realize you moved like up, not down.
Yeah, she moved
towards Baltimore.
I can see you turning red. I can see you turning red.
I'm not turning red. I'm always red.
Ray turned white. Ray turned white, though. Me too.
That's my hair. It's my face.
I just want us all to get along.
It's the lighting.
I just want to all get along. I want us all to get along. But look, I want to have a fucking riot first. You know, just like about half the country right now. So I'm gonna bring a riot to Manassas. I'm gonna follow the trend. You know.
Oh my goodness.
We are gonna start a fucking
riot. Say right to that.
I'm talking about a musical riot. I'm not gonna come with a stick or nothing.
No.
I don't need.
Ray throws up on us.
Uh-oh.
That's okay.
Sure.
We just had a fucking heart attack is what happened. Hey, I'm sorry to crash this shit, but look, I'm famous for this.
It's okay with me, buddy.
We're used to having Billy here, so you know
yeah, exactly.
Everybody used to Billy, so I will say hello. That's all I'm doing. It's all in good fun. You back, Ray?
No,
he's
so
he locked out. Yes, he is.
Ray.
I wanted to let Pete know I'm coming to see him.
All right. Well, he can probably hear. He backed out. He'll probably jump back on. Hold on a second.
Brett knows
he jumps back in with us.
Yeah, we need to say we got to
do bye here in a minute, but Ray should jump back in with us here in a second.
Ray needs to know. He might think whatever, but he's a good friend. I've always endeared Ray. You know.
Yeah, seems like a great guy. I mean, I tell you, I've had a great time having him on the show today. I'm really glad that you jumped on the show with us, Jason. Thank you so much. I appreciate it more than you know.
I just want to talk to that pretty girl right there.
Well, I don't blame that. I don't blame you for that. Who wouldn't? Why do you think I'm doing this show?
That's right.
Oh, there's Ray.
Hey. Ray. That's okay.
But yeah, I want to get together as a community and have a good time again. I'm not bullshitting, dude. I'd like to bury the shit, you know. It's only money, and I got fucking lots and lots.
So
hey, man, it's a time, rock and roll, man.
That's right. That's right.
So Lisa,
that's all that counts.
Hold on, Jason.
Sweet.
Lisa, go ahead.
Yes, yes.
Oh, you gonna say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I won't be able to make it to Ray's show this weekend because I'll be out
Boo.
of town. I know, but I went to his last one, and then I'll go to the next one.
Well, if I
But
can stay a distance away from them, I might come by. So we'll see.
you should go check him out. Their band's really good.
I
It'll
gotta
be
be,
a good
I
time.
gotta be extra careful though. But yeah, no, I would like to go.
Like I
Might
said,
go.
all the bands coming.
I'll
It's got
keep you
celebrities.
posted where they are. You know, again, this COVID kind of shot down half of our shows, so we're not playing where we were. But
Yeah.
once these bars start calling us back, you know, we don't. It's two things: COVID, number one; number two, we don't play the bars that don't pay. So,
Yeah.
Right.
you know, I mean, if you're not going to pay what we're worth, then we don't want to play there anyway. So,
Right. I got you. That's another thing that's kind of hard for the bands. Is I know that
huge.
I semi-managed a band for all of one gig, I think. And
That's most managers. That's what most
problem is
managers do.
what'd you say, Jason?
That's what most managers do. Just one gig, one or two.
One gig, and then they fired me, so that's fine.
He doesn't like getting punched in the mouth. We're all used to it.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like it.
That's what it is too.
I don't think too many people want to punch me in the mouth, though.
No, not you. You're too big.
I was just telling Ray, you know, I know you were listening, Jason, but you know, I used to be the head door at Jack's or at the Copa before it was Jack's, and you know what? But I never fought anybody, never had to. Just I kept my.
No, not a big.
I was
Too much drama in the world.
Tell my guys, you know, to just be nice, and it's so funny because then I watched that movie Roadhouse, and I went, "Hey, that's my line." When he said, "Be nice," you know.
But that's good that you didn't. That's good that you didn't have to fight anybody. You were doing that at Jack's and being security, man. There was some heads up in there, man.
Oh man, I know. I had a guy hit me one time. I just looked at him, and I think he almost wet his pants. But you know, he hit me, and I was like, kind of caught me off guard, and I was like, I looked at him, and he was like, "Uh-oh." I mean, it shouldn't have hit that guy. But we just tossed him out. We didn't fight him. We didn't jump him. The guys were with me. They jumped on him and dragged him out the front door. And then by the time we got there, I was like, that dude hit me. And I wanted to go out and fight. But my guys were like, no, Lee, chill out. Back up. You get good.
No fuss, no muss, man.
I hit me. I was so mad when we got to the door. Yeah, no, I don't. Forget all that stuff. All right, guys, this is the end of the show, though. We got to roll out of here. I wanted to say thank you.
I just wanted to thank Ray for coming on at such short notice because Billy stood us up and did all that. So you were a real sport about that, Ray, and I really appreciate you.
It is more than my pleasure. Absolutely. It's a pleasure to meet you, Lee. And it's a pleasure to see you again, Scott. It's been Jason. It's been a long time. And I hope you're doing well down there in Charlottesville.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing real well. I'm going to come up there and bring it to Northern Virginia. I've been coming a lot lately. I just haven't been able to run into anybody yet.
Well, hey, maybe I'll see you. Come up to see these guys play at what's called. Maybe I'll catch up with you, Jason. I don't know if you have time.
It's not any more rock and roll than it was the last time you were here, but we're still playing.
It wasn't the last time I was there, except for me. We were doing it everywhere.
Last time I saw him, it was at a place called Revolution in Centerville.
Wow.
Yep. They need some good clubs. Like I said, though, Club Eclipse, the bowling alley place, Uptown Alley. There's some places with some good potential, but they just management just always drops the ball with these things, man. You can turn it into a killer freaking music and rock club, but they don't want to. They want to bring in the DJs and they want to have rap night and blah, blah, blah.
I would rather see a live band for me.
Let me say thank you, Jason, for sure. That was total last minute for Jason. Ray, you are also last minute. We appreciate you more than you know.
Absolutely.
I tip my hat to the lovely lady Lisa as well. I want to say thanks to Steve Day, Carlos. Hold on. Steve Day, Carlos Garcia, Ray Madonna, of course, Cheryl Bailey, Lisa Bailey, Music City Memo, Paige Lee, and our buddy Tura Arsala. And let me see what other comment. Those left. Doug Carter and Rennie Madonna. I don't know if you know Ray Madona.
That's
Ray.
Renu. That's my mother.
That's your mother.
Oh,
Well,
your
guess
mom's
what?
watching. Good.
And she's naming all the bands. You are welcome. And then what did she say here? Rap AC Money.
Oh, that's my son, AC Money. I've dropped some beats for him, and he's rapping. He's only.
Oh, and look who finally shows up at the last
Hey,
minute.
look! It's Billy Riley. Billy, I'm so glad you joined us. All right, guys, we got to run. We got to run. I got to get out of here. I got some things to do. I got another show coming up here, and I appreciate everything with you all. Thank you so much for being on with us, and we hope to have you on another time, no doubt. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you both.
What you
call?
It's a new day, Ray. Okay.
Bye, guys.
And
New day, Ray. All right. See you guys.
Bye-bye.